another brand, and today's brand is gonna be KIKO Cosmetics. I should have had something to announce that. We're also known as KIKO Milano. It's an Italian brand. It's sort of affordable, so it's kind of like drugstore prices. I've never, however, tried their base products, and today we're gonna do a full face. Most of the things I've tried for them have either been lipsticks or eyeshadow, eyeliner, and a lot of nail polishes. I love their nail polishes, they're amazing. Okay, I switched up the lighting a little bit. It seemed like it was a little too light, and now it seems a bit too dark, but I don't know. Okay, let me know if you prefer this or this, because I feel this washes out a lot. This is a little dark. But anyway, I'm gonna do this and then, you know. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram because it's usually there or on Twitter where I ask you what's the next brand you want me to test out. And this time KIKO won, so that's why I'm doing this. And then I'm gonna do more polls and everything. We're first gonna go with a primer, and this is the Radiant Boost Face Base. I think they revamped their package like recently, and I do love their new style. This is what the base looks like. So this feels like a regular glowing primer. I'm sure it has a bit of silicone because I can kind of feel it, but not too much. It's not like super silicone-y. I believe they have a few foundations, like 3 or 4 at least. This is their newest foundation, which is the Unlimited Foundation. Mine is the lightest shade, which is Warm Rose 1. Even though it's called Warm Rose, it looks rather neutral in the packaging. It says long-lasting liquid foundation. Perfect makeup all day long. But it doesn't say anything about coverage, so I guess we'll see. I don't believe, like, from the ads I've seen, I think this is a sort of second skin type of foundation, so I don't believe it will be full coverage. I don't know. This is the shade. I believe it will be a little bit too dark on me. I don't know. We'll see. And it just vanishes. This was the first pump. I didn't get to my forehead with it, but it does act like a second skin kind of thing because it just vanishes into it. It offers a little bit of coverage, but it's very lightweight, so let's see if we can build up on that. Got myself 2 extra pumps. It is quite buildable. Look, this is the second layer, sort of, and the texture is amazing. I think foundations-wise, the industry is improving so much, and sometimes I go back to like old foundations, and I'm like, what the? It's definitely darker than my neck, and I would have to go down my neck. If you're a new thing here, hey! And also, my face is darker than my neck. I know darker skin tones have it tough in the foundation market, but people also forget that pale skin girls and boys also have it really, really tough. It's starting to change a little bit, but up until now, I've worn foundations that were so not the right shade for me. It is quite buildable. I like the finish. This was about 2-3 layers. You can still see a little bit of the pigment just coming through a little, but honestly not enough to make me upset about it. I would totally rock this daily. For my under eyes, we have the Skin Tone Concealer. This comes in shockingly so little shades. They're like 5 shades or 6. This is shade number 2, but shade number 1 is actually a green concealer. So this is the first, the lightest shade anyway. It does seem lighter than I thought it would be, and it does seem lighter a little bit than the foundation. So let's see what it's all about. So let's just go like under eyes. I bought this specifically for under eyes and not for pimples. And yes, this is way lighter than foundation, which I'm happy about. But I hate the doe foot applicator because it's not like, it's not flexible. It's just, it doesn't bend at all. It's just a stiff little thing around my nose because it's been so dry because of winter and everything that it's really, really red. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna be that. Okay. I also really like the formula firsthand of this. It kind of like disappears into the skin. It's very second skin as well. And I have a lot of dry flakes on my, like, around the nose. And it's not accentuating them. And it's not accentuating my under eye flakes, which I also have. I'm a very flaky person. I'm happy about this base. I'm really happy. I'm surprised. My powder is the one I'm like really excited about because I love the packaging. This is their powder, and it's one of their best sellers. It's called the Invisible Touch Face Fixing Powder. And I haven't even opened... Okay, so this is how it works. It looks like this. Let me try this side first with this. Oh, okay. I get what they're coming from. This is a nice little thing, but it'd be hard to wash, and it's a little stiff. I'd still prefer to go with a brush, so we're going to do the other side with a brush. Plus, I think it goes a little bit too heavy, and like heavier than I wish. I feel it drying, so it is like a sort of mattifying powder, which I'm not excited about, but some of you might. You know I like my powders like just setting, non-drying. This is a little bit drying. I can feel it like here. In a regular old day, I just mist over this like a mofo. But it does have a great finish. It's very finely milled. Just complements the foundation so well. As my eye primer, I'm gonna use the Neutral Eye Base. I believe they have these in other colors as well. And this is their neutral, no shade. This is what it looks like. It has a little shade to it. I bought one of their long-lasting wet and dry use eyeshadows, which I've always wanted to test. And this is what it looks like. And this is the shade 200. I think it was called like Champagne or something like that. And I also got one of their eyeliners that, again, I've been wanting to test for so long. Because I only have one eyeshadow, I'm going to use the blush as sort of transition shade. So the blush I got was the Smart Color Blush. This is what it looks like. I think this is the shade 1. And I'm really just going to set that primer in, basically. And we're going to use this first dry. And this actually reminds me of a Burberry eyeshadow I have. That is also like wet and dry. This is what it looks like. This is the Super Color eyeliner in the shade 102 Copper. And the wand is very stiff. Kind of got it done right there, but this looks very different than what I was expecting. I don't know if it's translating on the eye. I don't know if it's because it's on top of something else, but it doesn't look coppery or bronzy or anything. It looks cool anyway, but you know. Okay, now we're gonna do actually buy an eyelash primer because you know I love eyelash primers, and I'm not really into false lashes, but my lashes are crap. We had the Base Volume Pre-Mascara, and it's called the False Lashes Concentrate Building Base Mascara. This is what it looks like. And it's quite thick and like stubby. And here is the wand. I'm gonna just coat my lashes with it. I kind of like the consistency of this. Let's see how it performs. While we let that dry, we're gonna go in with the eyebrows, that's the word. And we have the Eyebrow Fibers Color Mascara. And as always, they don't have exactly my shade. If there is a muted ashy brown, that's what I go for. This is a more of a like regular brown, but it isn't too warm. I know my sister has this in her shade and she kind of likes it, so you can see that this is a little bit warmer than this, but it's barely noticeable. And it's very neat. I'd say even easier to use than my Anastasia Beverly Hills. So now we're moving on to mascara. And for mascara, I don't know why I say mascara. Anyway, we have the Ultra Tack Volume and Curl Mascara. And this, they have loads of mascaras, but from the wand, this seemed like it would be the best fit for me. They have a waterproof version of this, but look, I don't even know where to start with this. But it had positive reviews. It's a first layer, so I don't know. I'm not like overly excited about it. Yeah, it's not a good one for the lower lashes. I'm just gonna try to tint them and get out. Usually mascaras that are good for me in the upper lashes are not good for me in the lower lashes. This is horrible for lower lashes. It's pretty decent for upper lashes. It's like not like my favorite mascara ever, but it does a solid job holding down the curve and volume. And the highlighter I got was the Glow Fusion Powder Highlighter. There are 3 shades if I'm not mistaken. This is the lightest shade. It was called Champagne-y something, I think, too. It is a little lighter than I thought it would be. I tend to shy away from really, really light highlighters because I'm so fair, it just makes me look like a ghost. Very creamy and finely milled. I'm gonna try another brush. Try one of those pointed ones because I think it's better for this type of formula. Okay. A little powdery. It's certainly not one of those wham bams. You know. Now we're going back to the blush, and I really like this color blush because it's very, very, very subtle. It's so cute. It's subtle, but it's powerful. It's very pigmented as well. And finally, the final step is the lipstick, and this is their Velvet Passion Matte Lipstick in the shade 327. Don't remember the name of the shades. They never include the name of the shades. They only include like the numbers. But it's one of their newer shades, I think. And also I love the packaging. Like, it does look a little ashy on my lips. It doesn't feel uncomfortable or too matte. It actually feels like a very comfortable matte formula. But because I'm on Accutane, my lips are destroyed. So yeah, have that in mind. And this is the final result. Overall, I'm very impressed with the quality of the products. To be honest, I love KIKO. They are a good brand. If there's one thing that I did not like, let me think. I think the powder is a little bit too drying for me, especially right now. But I love the packaging. And I do like that it did set everything into place. So when I went ahead with the blush and everything, nothing moved underneath. So I really like that. So it isn't necessarily a bad thing. I did think the eyeliner would be a little bit more popping, but again, I have to try it without the eyeshadow underneath because it could be totally different that way. And yeah, that's my bad on that. I have to try it again. The base is a little darker than it should be for me, but it does work. The foundation does work. It looks flawless. It looks definitely like a second skin. And it is very buildable, so I like that about that. I think there's no product that I completely hated. There are products that I think have a little bit of drawbacks, but then make up in other ways. I've done the whole look with permanent collection products. Permanent edition products. Permanent products in their collection. They do a lot of limited edition collections throughout the whole year. So those also go on sale by the end of the season. So it's always worth looking at. This is sort of the close-up of the foundation and powder and everything else. My lips are atrocious. Please, please don't. It doesn't like accentuate dry flakes, or it is a little powdery. I would mist on top of this. You can see a little bit of the pigment still showing through because again, as I said, it is not full coverage, but it is quite buildable. It's been 8 hours. It's supposed to be 6 hours, but I got carried away watching TV. So it's been 8 hours. Ha! Anyways, so I actually Instagrammed storied myself today a lot. And I got so many messages and compliments on my makeup today. So you're really digging it. The eye makeup looks still untouched and pretty much the same. The eyeliner hasn't broken off or anything like that, so that's really good. I feel like the face is a little like tightened because of the powder. So again, maybe if I wasn't on Accutane, I'd like this powder. Or if you have oilier, normal to oilier skin, you like this powder. But if you have dry skin, I think it's a little bit drying. Although it has kept everything really in place. Like everything's in place. Nothing has moved. Just under the eye, there's a little tiny bit of creasing. It's not a lot of fuzz, really, to be honest. So the highlighter, I feel, is a little patchy and not as strong as I wanted it to be. And the eyeliner, I thought was going to be more foiled, I think. But other than that, everything else is pretty much cool. Leave this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click the little bell button so that you know every single time I upload, because you will get a notification. Bye!